In a lush valley cradled by a shimmering river, there once lived two brothers, Kael and Lior, born as twins to the first settlers of this untamed land. Kael, the elder by mere moments, found his calling in the soil. He tilled the earth with care, coaxing life from seeds into sprawling fields of green. Lior, the younger, was drawn to the wild horses that roamed the plains. With a gentle hand and a fearless heart, he tamed them, riding across the valley like a streak of wind. One crisp morning, as the sun pierced through the mist, the brothers decided to offer gifts to the sun god, the divine force they believed breathed life into their world. Lior chose the finest stallion from his herd, a majestic creature with a silver-white mane that gleamed like moonlight, its eyes alight with untamed spirit. He led it to the highest hill, set it free to gallop toward the horizon, and the sun god responded with a blaze of golden light that bathed the valley in warmth. Kael, however, brought only a modest basket, a handful of overripe apples and wilted grapes. Plucked without thought or care, he set it down hastily, his heart half in the gesture. The sun god's light dimmed over his offering, casting it in shadow. Kael saw the brilliance of Lior's gift outshine his own, and a bitter ember of envy sparked within him. The sun god, whose voice rumbled like distant thunder across the treetops, called to Kael, "Do what is right, Kael," the god said, "and joy will follow you. But let darkness guide your heart, and it will consume you." The words hung heavy in the air, yet Kael's mind was clouded. He watched Lior, radiant and beloved, and felt his own worth shrink beneath the weight of comparison. The next day, as the brothers stood by the river's edge, the current whispering secrets of the valley, Kael's envy erupted. He seized a jagged stone from the bank, its edges sharp and cold, and hurled it with all his fury. It struck Lior's temple, and with a single, anguished cry, his brother crumpled into the water. The river carried him gently downstream, his silver hair trailing like a fading comet. When the sun god's voice returned, soft yet piercing, it asked, "Where is Lior, your brother?" Kael's hands trembled, his voice defiant. "How should I know? Am I my brother's keeper?" But the god's gaze saw through the lie, and the river itself seemed to mourn, its waters rippling with sorrow. "You have spilled blood," the sun god declared, "and so the earth will turn against you. Your fields will wither, and you must leave this valley forever." Kael's heart sank as he protested. "This punishment is too heavy. I'll be hunted, despised by all who cross my path." In reply, the god etched a glowing mark upon Kael's brow, a sigil of protection. "No hand will strike you down," the god promised, "but you will wander alone." Kael departed that day, crossing the river's bend into a distant land called Umbra, where shadows stretched long and thin. The valley grew quiet without him, but the river sang on, a lament for Lior and a warning for those who listened. The tale of Kael and Lior whispers truths through time. Envy is a river that erodes the soul, and anger, once unleashed, carves paths of regret. Yet even in exile, the sun god's mark gleamed, a reminder that mercy can linger, even where justice has spoken.